Well, that was disappointing, wasn't it? It's Sunday morning now. That was really disappointing to do all the work on this engine last week, and for it to suffer low oil pressure. I mean, it runs well. All the valve work we did on it, the engine actually runs well. It runs well, so that's good. But luckily, Jake noticed the oil pressure was low, so we pulled off and stopped. Just disappointing for us that we didn't get a full meeting, and now I've got to clean it. So basically we're going to take the engine out and turn it upside down and take the sump off and have a look at the oil pump and see what's up. We don't know. We're learning as we go along, but we keep trying. Well, I must admit, my plan was this week to have Jake's shared engine sorted so we don't have to do any more work on that car, just clean it and put it away. I was going to work on this car this week. I managed to get some headers off Matt Newson yesterday and some bits and pieces off Mark Gilbank to get it running, just to drive shaft for the oil pump bits and pieces. And that was our plan to work on this car this week, but I think that's going to go out the window now because we need to work on Jake's car again. I've cleaned it, we're going to have for breakfast. I've cleaned it, I'm going to leave it out there to dry, we'll go for breakfast, then come back and whip the engine out and see if we can fix this problem this week. So we're going to make Kings Lynn next week. Forget my car, I'm not bothered. If I don't race this year, it don't matter. I want to get Jake going. So, breakfast time, we'll come have a look at this afterwards. Wow, done. It's 2 o'clock. I've been in since 7 o'clock, so I've cleaned it, unloaded it, done a little bit of work, not much. And it's out, so Jake will be pleased when he gets here. He's coming for lunch in a minute. I did break one little fitting there, just broke that, taking it out. So I won't tell him, but I'll go replace it. He won't see this video till next Monday or next Sunday, so I'll have it replaced before he notices. Otherwise, he'll tell me off for rushing. I've been here all morning. Anyway, it's out. I'm going to leave it at that, and he can sort it out from there. He can take the top off and take the inlet manifold off, take the sump off, and we'll have a look at it tomorrow night. So that's how I've done my bit.
So I took the oil pump off, and I've stripped it apart, and there's no problem with it. But the gauze had snapped off. So the gauze was sort of wedged in the sump. So I've blown down there, there's no blockages. I've blown off all the pipes, no blockages. There's no blockages in here. So I've put it in the oil that come out of the engine and I've spun it on the drill and it pumps oil perfectly.
The pump's all right.
So Grant was with me last night and he said put that in the oil next to it and it just sucked it up like that.
There you go, no oil pressure.
And I couldn't break it off. It was like a proper suction.
Brilliant.
And that was just on the drill.
Brilliant.
So he stopped drilling, and then even when he stopped drilling, I had to fucking break it off like that because it had sucked it up.
Really?
You know, it was.
That's why you got no oil pressure.
Sucking the oil.
That certainly makes sense why. It's good to find something wrong, isn't it? At least find something wrong.
I hit the fence twice. So obviously that was cracked, and then I've hit it and I've finished it off, and it's come off, snapped off there, and it sucked it up. Because there's no really place for it to go. You look in there, there's no room. There's no room for it to go there. The oil pump sits in there like that. Yeah. It snaps off, it can't go in there. All here is all doors.
Yeah, good. Good, at least you found something wrong, mate, well done. So go get that welder back on, put it back together, eh? Yeah. Alright, well done, brilliant. What a beautiful Wednesday morning, sun's out. Jake's got the engine back together. So that is going back into the shower car tonight, and let's drop it in. He wants to drop it in and get it turned over. So we've got oil pressure. Obviously, that's our main issue at the moment. Make sure we've got oil pressure, and that engine can be back in, finished and running, and ready for Kingston on Saturday. Good morning. It's Friday morning, race day tomorrow, but it's not going to happen for us because we had low oil pressure on that engine last week. So we found the bottom of the gauze had snapped off, so Jake's repaired that. There's a nice job of repair on that, welding that back on. But it was low on oil pressure, that's why he stopped. And we've had the engine back in, or Jake's had the engine back in yesterday, and the oil pressure is now doubled. It's gone from 20 to 40, but we still don't feel it's enough. So while he only obviously put the starter on to turn it over. But it's better now to, we can do the shells on this engine while the engine's out and do the big ends on it. So we're going to miss this weekend and miss Bradford. We're going to miss a couple of weeks and get this engine right. We might as well get the oil pressure fully up before we race again. I remember saying to Paul Harrison once, how many laps can we do with no oil pressure? He said none. So we don't want to run it with low oil pressure. We're not going to do that. So oh well, there we go. I'm glad you're liking my blogs, and I appreciate the genuine help and the genuine comments that we're getting. It's great. We're doing this ourselves. We enjoy doing it. It's a challenge. It's a hobby. It's my money. It's my hobby. If I want to do these engines myself, it's my risk, isn't it? I'm just sharing my experience really as we go along. Like, good and bad. All my vlogs from day one have been good and bad. If we crash and wreck, then we tell the truth. If the engine packs up or the car packs up, we tell the truth. Or if we go out and win, we tell the truth. So that's how we've always been honest. So that's what it's about. And if we want to do these engines ourselves, then it's our own risk. If I can do test tube carb, then I can do an engine. In fact, the carp are in the hatchery now, so I'll quickly show you my carp before I end this video. I can't see us having one next week because we've got no racing this week, so no subject. Right, I shall quickly show you this carp. Okay, good morning, Friday morning. These carp are going to hatch tomorrow because they've gone black now. That's the eyes that make it look black, and under the microscope you can see now the fish is fully formed inside the egg. See its eyes, that's its tail around the outside. And you can't see it on the camera, but I can see just below its eyes is its heart. You can see its heart beating under the microscope. So they're not moving, they're moving at the moment. They're in water, so they're wet, but once they start to dry, they start to move. So let's wait for one to move first before I move the camera. See if it moves. Come on. I want you to move. It's not going to move for us now, is it? Well, I can see its heart beating, so it's definitely alive. And that's how tiny it is. That's how tiny they are. Look on my thumbnail there. Look. So put them back in there, and they're going to hatch tomorrow. Well, I might as well do a blog this week now. I've gone this far. Usually, obviously, the blog ends up with a bit of racing at the end of the week. What we've done, we've took the crank out and we've took the shells out, and we're going to get a new set of shells in it, so we get back up to full oil pressure on this engine. So that's what we've done. If you want to tell me I don't know what I'm doing, then you're most welcome to, because I don't know what I'm doing. We're learning as we go along, and there's no other way to learn, really, is there? So we will. It seems pretty basic. It's dead basic. We'll get this sorted this week, and I don't think we're going to get back together for next week though. Next week's Bradford, so I think we're going to miss this tonight's Kings Lynn, and I think we're going to miss next week as well, the way it's looking. And the week after that is Scotland. So the Tarmac car's all good. We built that engine the other week, didn't we? And that's good. So we'll go to Scotland in a couple of weeks' time and have a weekend up there and see how that goes. And then I don't know. I haven't looked at the calendar after that. So this year's been a frustrating year, isn't it? My engine went away before Christmas and still not back. So neither does racing. But we're not the only ones having a frustrating year, are we? But with the cost of fuel, it doesn't matter to miss a couple of weeks at the moment. It's been so expensive. Okay, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. I'm going to go and do some work, and then got another fishing match to run today. See you in a couple of weeks.